And we have just received word from Rehtaeh's mum, who met with the Halifax police chief and the RCMP superintendent today. Both forces are asking people who may have any tips about what happened to Rehtaeh to come forward. They're also telling vigilantes not to take the law into their own hands. Marilyn More is the person appointed to lead that intergovernmental review we just told you about. She's Nova Scotia's Minister for the Advisory Council on the Status of Women. And Marilyn More joins me now from our Halifax studio. So, Minister, before we talk about this interdepartmental review, I want to know, how has Rehtaeh Parsons' story struck you personally?
The impact on all of us has been amazing. Nova Scotians are in mourning and are sharing some of the pain and suffering of Rehtaeh's family. All of us, have daughters, daughter-in-laws, granddaughters, and others, and we want to make Nova Scotia as safe and healthy as possible for all these young people. So we take this very, very seriously.
First, though, as you know, your colleague, Justice Minister Ross Laundrie, stood by the police. Then he changed his mind to review the case, and now your government is launching this interdepartmental review. 4 departments looking into this. What were the discussions behind closed doors leading up to today's decision? Because it certainly looks as though 24, 48 hours ago, your government was not as keen to take the kind of steps that you are now taking.
Well, I think we're talking about 2 different levels of review here. Each minister within the 5 departments has been asked to review the procedures and processes, programs and services that they have to help young people who may be victims of violence in this province. But as well, the province wants to step up and actually ensure, in order to provide the utmost level of confidence in the programs and services in this province, wants to ensure that we really have a comprehensive reaction to this so that there are no gaps. Each department has been working on various initiatives over the past couple of years, and we just want to ensure we put the strongest support program delivery in place for our young people.
And what do you say to the people who are watching who really feel as though justice was not served here?
I don't know the details of the police investigation or the judicial side of the situation, but we know that Rehtaeh and others in this province at times are in crisis, have suffered and felt that they weren't supported. So we want to ensure that everyone, adults, teachers, mentors and young people understand that there are support services and programs and that they should ask for help and ask for support. So we're going to do everything we can to publicize the programs and services that we currently have. And if we find that we need more, we're going to ramp up our response to make sure that they're in place to support our youth.
Some people are saying that the police just didn't do their job properly, that some of these interviews with the alleged perpetrators in this alleged sexual assault, that it took weeks, if not months, to interview some of them. Does that seem normal to you?
I can't speak to that side of the review. I don't have that expertise or experience. So I've been tasked to ensure that, as a cabinet and as a government, that we are working together to provide the strongest network of support in this province and in this province's history. And certainly we've made considerable progress on that. But if there are additional resources and programs that we need, certainly the Premier and the government are willing to look at that.
There are those, though, that say you have not taken bullying as well as you should, that your government hasn't done what is needed to do, that clearly this young girl did not get the kind of help that she needed. So when you talk about progress, there are people watching that are probably shaking their heads saying there's been no progress.
Well, there has. I mean, there's certainly been the task force on bullying and cyberbullying. I've been working with my Atlantic colleagues on cyberbullying of young girls. There's lots going on, but whether or not we promoted it and made all that information as available as possible, I'm not sure. We have to remember that this is a societal issue. It faces every jurisdiction across Canada and around the world. It was generations in the making, and we're much more aware and sensitive about the impacts of this. And it just, it's devastating to feel that a young person had lost hope and didn't feel that there was a future for them. And we want to ensure that this doesn't happen again.
Minister, we appreciate you taking the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Marilyn More. She's the Nova Scotia Cabinet Minister overseeing a provincial review of Rehtaeh Parsons' death.